This is going to be a critical examination of the special theory of relativity, specifically the relativity of time. No background is needed in physics or mathematics. I'll be speaking in plain English. Most of us have heard of a rocket ship taking off from the Earth, sort of a science fiction-like tale of a rocket ship speeding along at phenomenal speeds approaching the speed of light, and then returning to Earth only to find that the crew of the rocket ship has aged very little compared to the people who stay behind on Earth. This is a result of the special theory of relativity, which states that the time on the rocket ship slows down relative to the time on the Earth because of its speed relative to the Earth. Let's assume that that difference in time is 40 times, that for every hour that passed on the rocket ship, 40 hours passed on the Earth. And therefore, for every 40 years that pass on the Earth, only 1 year passes on the rocket ship. Let's assume also that this 40-year period on the Earth is between 1913 and 1953. Very tumultuous 40 years. We had World War I, an interim peace of sorts, and World War II, and then the post-war period. But to the people on the Earth, their time is not physically limited to their physical location, but extends out to the entire universe. So that for them, 40 years have passed in the entire universe. All the celestial planets and stars and so forth went through 40 years of changes. The universe has aged 40 years. The Earth has revolved around the sun 40 times. Indeed, for them, 40 years has also passed on the rocket ship. In the meantime, the theory has us believe that on the rocket ship only 1 year has passed. And so for the people on the rocket ship, they've aged only 1 year. But again, their time is not limited to their physical location, but also extends out to the entire universe. So for them, the Earth has revolved around the sun only once. The universe has aged only 1 year. Indeed, for them, the people on the Earth have aged only 1 year. So we see the problem here. Either the universe has aged 1 year or 40 years. Either the Earth has revolved around the sun once or 40 times. It can't be both. And so we see that assigning different rates of time to different observers creates incompatible universes. For the people on the rocket ship, World War I and World War II could never have occurred because nor any of the other events during the 39-year period that didn't exist for them. So we see that these two groups of people could not be sharing the same world. At one time we all thought that Aristotle was right. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this little talk, and hopefully it'll give you something to think about. Please look forward to my next video, which examines Einstein's illustration of the train, where he attempts to establish the theory of the relativity of simultaneity. Sounds complicated. All it means is that two events that occur at the same time for one observer supposedly occur at two different times for another observer. Well, thank you very much, and happy days to you until we meet again, as the cowboy used to say.